Wow. Nail biter in the Arizona desert. I don't know about you guys, man, but that game had me biting my nails throughout most of it. It had me on my heels, praying to the man upstairs that the Eagles were going to find some way to win this game. Now, I knew coming to this game that we could not take the Arizona Cardinals lightly. I knew that they were going to be a challenge for us. I expect this to be a fight, a close fight. But I was not expecting to be as close as it was. I was not expecting this to be a game that came down to a missed field goal at the end. You know, the Cardinals came a missed field goal, a 43-yard field goal away from sending this game to overtime. It was one of those games where it was sloppy. It was a sloppy win. But that's the way it goes in the NFL sometimes. You know, you're not always gonna win pretty. It was one of those games that required a little bit of luck. And that's how it goes sometimes in the NFL as well. Sometimes a lucky play has to go your way sometimes to win a game. The Cardinals gave us a hell of a fight today. I expect that to be the case, but I did not expect that I was going to be biting my nails at the very end, praying that a field goal would miss, and my prayers were answered this time. Eagles getting the win against the Arizona Cardinals by a score of 20-17. Like I said, it wasn't a pretty game at all, a pretty win at all. It was a fight, a very tough, gritty fight, but the Eagles got the job done, and that's really all that matters. Eagles are now 5-0. They are moving on to next week, where they are playing the red hot Dallas Cowboys, who are 4-1. Defeating the Los Angeles Rams. They played at the same time as the Eagles played the Cardinals. Yeah, That's going to be a very big, crucial game right there because right now the Eagles are undefeated, but they have the Cowboys and the New York Giants, who are at 4-1, who got a big win against the Green Bay Packers in London earlier today. Eagles right now, they just got to keep winning. Because right now, the NFC East right now, we got two teams on our heels. Washington, of course, lost their game today. They lost a very close game at the very end against the Tennessee Titans, where Carson Wentz shockingly threw an interception that cost them the game. But that's here and there. This game right here, man, I knew it was going to be a fight. I knew we were not going to win this game easily. But what a crazy ending. What an absolute crazy ending. It looked like starting off this game that the Eagles were gonna win it pretty handily. They scored 2 touchdowns to go up 14-0. Then the Cardinals were able to march it down the field and bring the score to 14-7. A couple, the Eagles' offense went stagnant there. The Eagles' defense was throughout this day. I will speak more on the defense later on, but it was just one of those games where, like I said, Cardinals made the score at 14-7. Then they got the ball back and they came close to tying the game up at the end of the second quarter, but the Eagles defense was able to make a stand and went to halftime with a 14-10 lead. Come the second half, Eagles offense, while they were making some big plays, Jalen Hurts was making some big plays with his arm. They only managed in the second half to score 6 points. They got a field goal to make the score 17-10. And then, of course, the Arizona Cardinals came back. Jonathan Gannon, playing that prevent defense, allowed the Cardinals to go down the field and tie the game 17-7. Eagles offense gets the ball back. They lead a long drive down the field that was mostly consistent running. They were able to run it down below the 2-minute warning. In that case, after that, the Eagles offense, they stalled. They, on 3rd and goal, they tried to throw a ball. Jalen Hurts tried to throw a pass to Quez Watkins that was knocked away. Eagles had to settle for a field goal. Eagles kick the field goal. They go up 20-17. Cardinals have a chance to tie the game or even win the game. Kyler Murray leads his team downfield. Leads them down to get his kicker to the 43-yard line. This game now looks like it's going to go into overtime, but the Arizona Cardinals missed the field goal, and the Eagles get out of Arizona with the 20-17 win. Like I said, it was one of those games where you are just biting your nails. You're saying your prayers, hoping that they're answered, because that right there was not an easy win. I knew we were not going to handle them easily. I knew that we were not going to blow them out, but I was optimistic when we went up 14-0. But the Jacksonville Jaguars could tell you that, going up 14-0 don't mean anything. You have to keep your foot on the gas the entire game. Defensively today, man, very disappointed by the effort defensively. They did intercept Kyler Murray early in the game when the momentum was on their side. But then Jonathan Gannon became way too conservative, and he wanted to, be fancy with the whole stupid prevent defense. And Kyler Murray was just picking apart this defense, throwing for 250 yards, a touchdown. Like I say, he did throw the interception, but that prevent defense, Jonathan Gannon reverting back to what made us so irritated by him last year. Offensively as well, man, we were moving the ball very well early in this game. We were moving it okay, after those 2 touchdowns, we were moving it okay at times. They were constantly bringing the blitz, the pressure at us, and they did get to Jalen Hurts a couple times. Like I said, we were moving the ball at times, but we just could not finish drives. And when you don't finish drives, you keep teams in the game. And because we could not finish those drives, Arizona still had a chance to win this game at the end. like I said, it's one of those games where it was a fight to the end. We had luck on our side for sure. This is a game that we could have easily won. Easily lost. I could have easily seen us losing this game. I could have easily seen us lose this game before this game started, because I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a challenge for us. This is definitely gonna be a challenge for us. But the Eagles were able to get out of Arizona, get out of University of Phoenix Stadium with a 20-17 win. Hey, sloppy win, very sloppy win, but I'll take it. At the end of the day, all that matters is that you add another W to your win column. And next week is going to be a very tough one for us, man. It's going to be a fight. The Dallas Cowboys, like I said earlier, are 4-1. Cooper Rush is playing some pretty solid football right now. They are doing pretty good defensively. Defensively, they're playing well. Defensively, we're playing well overall, but that prevent defense today really did. It really did hurt us today. We cannot do that next week against Dallas. We got to Kyler Murray a couple times this game, but the pass rush could have been a lot better. Offensively, we have got to stop with these constant screens. A couple of those here and there are fine, but when you're constantly doing those screen passes, the Arizona Cardinals defense picked up to what we were doing, and when you don't change up your game plan, of course, you're gonna stall offensively. So those adjustments have got to be made next week. We can't constantly be doing those screens, because while they'll work here and there, eventually the defense is going to catch on to what you're doing, and it's not going to be pretty. So we got very lucky today to get the win. We got very, very lucky today to get the win. But next week, it's a big battle for the NFC East right now. Eagles need to win this game. We have one division win against Washington. We must beat the Dallas Cowboys next week. We must. This is a must win by the Eagles. We must win this game. We must go into the bye week, the following week, 6-0. So, like I said, the Eagles are undefeated. I was disappointed by the way a lot of the play call in this game. I hate the way that Don Johnson began to call this game. Next week, he better be prepared to call one of his best games. All that prevent defense crap. The missed tackles, I can't forget those. A ton of missed tackles today. It was just awful. We're lucky that the Arizona Cardinals were only able to score 17 points, because under a more competent, consistent offense, they would have been more points on the board than just 17. So that got to be cleaned up next week against the Dallas Cowboys. Like I do after every win, I go over the stats in this game. I go over the numbers of this game. So starting off with this game, Jalen Hurts didn't have a bad game. He had 26 pass attempts. 26 pass completions, 36 pass attempts. He had 239 yards passing, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Although he did throw one that was almost intercepted, but he had no interceptions in this game. Rushing the ball, Jalen Hurts ran 15 times for 61 yards, 4.1 average a carry. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. Miles Sanders, 15 carries for 58 yards, 3.9 yards a carry. Kenneth Gainwell, 3 carries for 20 yards, 6.7 yards a carry. Now, when it came to receiving, Dallas Goedert had a very good day today. 8 catches for 95 yards, 11.9 average a catch. Devontae Smith had a stellar day as well. 10 catches for 87 yards, 8.7 yards average a catch. A.J. Brown, 3 catches for 32 yards, 10.7 average a catch. Quez Watkins, 3 catches for 19 yards, 6.3 average a catch. Miles Sanders, 2 catches for 6 yards, 3.0 average a catch. Chauncey Gardner, 10 tackles, 1 interception. Darius Slay had 7 tackles, 2 tackle assists. TJ Edwards, 5 tackles, 3 tackle assists. Marcus Epps, 5 tackles, 1 tackle assist. Kazir White, 3 tackles, 3 tackle assists. Josiah Scott, 3 tackles, 1 tackle assist. Jordan Davis, 3 tackles. Javon Hargrave, 2 tackles, 1 tackle assist. Josh Sweat, 2 tackles. James Bradbury, 2 tackles. Brandon Graham, 2 tackles. Marlon Tupalodo. His name is always tough to say. One tackle assist. Hassan Reddick, one tackle. He also had a big sack for us in this game. Andre Kakiri, he had one tackle. Zach McPherson had a tackle assist. Reed Blankenship had a tackle assist. Kyron Johnson had one tackle. Now, when it came to kicking, this game, of course, we were missing Jake Elliott. We were missing him. In his place was Cameron Dicker. Cameron Dicker had 2 field goals. He was 100%. His long was a 42-yard field goal, 5-point scored. Britton Covey on returns, 3 returns for 22 yards, 7.3 average of return. Punting, Aaron Sipas, he had 4 punts for 188 yards, 47.0 average a punt. He had 3 inside the 20. In this game, man, we lost Jason Kelce there for a little bit in the first half. He walked out of the game banged up, but it was so great. I know all Eagle fans felt the same way. It was so great to see Jason Kelce come back out in the second half. He came out running just to show that he was all right. And Jason Kelce coming back was definitely pretty big for us, man. Hopefully he's okay. He'll be ready to go against Dallas because we really do need him against Dallas next week. We need to go into this game against Dallas. We need to hit them in the mouth early, and we need to keep our foot on the gas throughout the entire game. We cannot get conservative. We cannot let our foot off the gas. So this game against Dallas is going to be huge. It's going to be absolutely huge. Like I said, it's a must win. I'm not sure if Cooper Rush is going to be starting or Dak Prescott. I know I've been hearing rumors that Dak Prescott will be back for the Eagles game. But right now, as much as I despise the Cowboys, I have to give props where props is due. A lot of people thought their season was completely over once Dak Prescott went out. But Cooper Rush came out there and, picked up where he left off last year. He won a game last year against the Vikings. And right now he is 5-0, just like we are as the starter of the Dallas Cowboys. So I know some people say that the Cowboys have a quarterback controversy. I don't agree with that. I think that Dak Prescott very well, when he is healthy, is going to be their starter. You don't give a guy $40 million a year to put him on the bench. So I'm not sure if Dak is going to be starting next week, but I don't really care who the starting quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys is. I just want to get the W. I don't want any excuses whatsoever for Cowboys fans because right now they have been so high on Cooper Rush. So I want absolutely no excuses from them. If Cooper Rush goes out there and play, if he does go out there and play and we hand him his first loss as a starting quarterback, I don't want no excuses about how we didn't have Dak because you guys have been going on and on about Cooper Rush. And being quite frankly, he's giving you a reason to be very optimistic and happy because he has been playing overall pretty good for you guys. So, next week, man. It's gonna be a hell of a game. Sunday night football, primetime football in Philadelphia. I expect that. That stadium will be loud. Eagle fans are gonna be pumped. Hopefully, this team is pumped. Hopefully, they watch the game film on this game, which they will. I know they will. And they learn from it. They move on from it. We got the W. That's all that matters right now. But learn from the mistakes that we made in this game. Do not repeat these mistakes against the Cowboys next week because this game right here is absolutely crucial. It is absolutely crucial. Let's beat these Cowboys. Let's go 6-0. Go into the bye week, the following week, because we got quite a bit of guys that are banged up that need to get that week of rest and recuperation. Because it's gonna be a fight in Philadelphia next week. I do not expect us to blow out the Cowboys, although that would be very, very nice. I expect that to be an absolute fight, a typical NFC East dog fight. That's what I expect it to be. Obviously I get more into that Cowboys game with my preview video coming up here in the next couple of days. But yeah, 5-0 Philadelphia Eagles. They remain the only undefeated team in the league. They got a little lucky in this game. They made mistakes that could have cost them this game, but they got to learn from those mistakes and make sure that next week they don't repeat them. Like I said, it looked like starting off with this game that the Eagles were quite possibly going to handle this game relatively easy. But of course, you know, as we know, no league is a safe league in the NFL. Arizona Cardinals came fighting back. They are a team of fighters. They are absolutely a team of fighters, and that NFC West is going to be, you know, I'm talking about our division, the NFC East, but right now the NFC West is very interesting right now because the Seattle Seahawks, surprisingly, have been doing solid overall this year, even though they lost today. The San Francisco 49ers just all over the Carolina Panthers today. The Rams, of course, lost to the Cowboys today. They are the defending Super Bowl champions, but they do not look like it. The Rams right now are they are suffering big time for the Super Bowl hangover, really bad. But Arizona Cardinals, man, you know, that NFC East is up in the air right now. It truly is. If I had to take a guess right now, based on what I'm seeing, I would say the 49ers are the favorite to win that division right now, but I expect the Rams to, at some point, to get it together. The Cardinals, we're going to see with these Cardinals once you know, they get DeAndre Hopkins back, and see, because, you know, their offense hasn't been the same since they lost DeAndre Hopkins. He is a crucial part of the offense, and I don't even want to think about, you know, how much of a different game this could have possibly have been had DeAndre Hopkins been out there playing. But, you know, we didn't have to worry about him today. We may have to worry about them down the road. We'll see. You never know, but yeah, man, 20-17 victory. Eagles get the win over the Arizona Cardinals. They remain the only unbeaten team in the league. It feels great to say that, but quite a bit of mistakes were made in this game that we have got to pick up on and fix before we play the Cowboys next week. But I'll take this win, sloppy win, but I'll take it. At the end of the day, all that matters is you add another W to your win column, and that's what the Eagles did today. So I'll take this. Let's let's enjoy the win. You know, even though like I said, we got a lot of mistakes that we have to clear up, and hopefully we got more guys, guys that have been out, that they'll be ready to go next week against the Cowboys. But let's still enjoy the W nonetheless. But let's quickly move on, and let's try to go 6-0, and go into the bye week 6-0 against after we beat the Cowboys next week. Let's get this W against the Cowboys next Sunday night. But as always, go Birds. 5-0, baby. 5-0. Feels great to say, but the NFC East right now is it's a tight race right now with the Giants and the Cowboys both at 4-1. That's why this game against the Cowboys next week is absolutely crucial. We have to get this W against the Cowboys. Absolutely have to get this W against the Cowboys. Let's get this W next Sunday. Fly, Eagle, fly. Peace.
That's all, folks.